Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a daring leap into the gaming world. It attempts to bring the franchise's thrilling puzzle adventure to life. And for me, the story of this game is an absolute triumph in character-driven narrative and world building. Picking up years after Raiders, the game kicks off with a break-in in Marshall College, thrusting Indy into a globe-spanning race against time. And from the sun-drenched desert of Giza to the frigid peaks of the Himalayas, the adventure fortunately never slows down, and it delivers a series of breathtaking set pieces and thrilling escapes. And I must mention, Troy Baker's portrayal of Indiana Jones is nothing short of spectacular. Rather than imitating Harrison Ford, Baker embodies the spirit of Indy, a blend of wit, vulnerability, and bravo. His chemistry with Gina Lombardi, a resourceful Italian journalist, adds emotional depth and fresh dynamics. And here, Gina's more than just a sidekick. She's an equal in wit and resolve, standing alongside iconic Joan girls like Marion Ravenwood. And then there's Emmerich Boss, a calculating Nazi archaeologist, who serves as an excellent intellectual foil to Indy. Though he lacks the physical menace of past franchise villains, his determination makes every encounter tense and personal. And the game's narrative does a brilliant job of threading familiar elements, all while carving out an original tale that feels like a natural extension to the franchise. This is a love letter to the fans, filled with nods to the original film without feeling bogged down by nostalgia. Machine Games has crafted a gameplay experience that channels the spirit of Indiana Jones, exploration, puzzle solving, and occasional fistfights with Nazis. And the heart of this game lies in its puzzles and traversal mechanic, as each one of the game's open zones is teeming with mysteries to solve, ranging from deciphering ancient riddles to using Indy's whip to navigate precarious cliffs. Locations like sunken pyramids and frozen warships are gorgeously crafted and encourage you to comb through every nook for secrets. And many of its puzzles reward lateral thinking and occasional use of pen and paper, perfectly channeling the franchise's cerebral side. And tools like a lighter, a breathing apparatus, and a camera integrate beautifully into both exploration and puzzle solving, and give you a tactical hands-on feel experience. But unfortunately, when it comes to combat, this is where the game falters slightly, as brawling with Nazis feels visceral but lacks polish. Timing and stamina management are essential, but fights can feel clunky against tougher enemies. And while thematic reasons downplay the use of firearms, the gun mechanics feel underutilized, as picking up a submachine gun often feels more trouble than it's worth, and trying to sneak past enemies is a viable option, but it's marred by the inconsistent AI. Some guards are obvious to your presence, while others punch you from an impossible long distance. However, the ability to distract enemies with throwable objects like bottles and busts adds an element of fun. And visually, this game is a treat. From the bustling streets of Shanghai to the hunting tombs of Egypt, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle looks great, and the game transitions seamlessly between first-person exploration and cinematic third-person moments, keeping you immersed and giving you a full view of Indy's iconic fedora and whip in action. And the game environment details are stunning, as the world feels alive. Sunlight filters through the ancient ruins, snow crunches underfoot in the Himalayas, and every artifact feels like it has its own story to tell. And on the technical side, this game is rock solid. The performance is smooth, with no noticeable frame drops or crashes. And the game's soundtrack is another highlight, as it blends John Williams-inspired orchestration with fresh compositions to amplify the sense of adventure. And although the game's not perfect, it's a treasure worth seeking out for adventures. For me, this game's an 8.5 out of 10, and it's a game I can recommend to you. If you're looking for fortune and glory, then this one's the one for you.